Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked. Or the second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
It's pretty much what happened, right? I mean, that sums it up. Perfect way to put it, if ever I heard it. Those were just awful in the second half. That's it. That's it. Gailey said it too. Average in the first half, poor in the second half. It's just what it was. Bills did not look like the 3-0 team. They were riding too high off that win against New England. They lose to a subpar team in Cincinnati. They blow a 14-point lead. That's the Bills of old. Losing on the last play of the game. All that. But you know what? If I had known the Bills were going to be 3-1 at the end of 4 weeks, I would have been pretty happy. I would have thought we lost to New England. Pretty much what it boils down to, I guess. But looking back, Fitz, bad game. It happens. I mean, he didn't really turn the ball over. He only got sacked, once? Maybe twice? I mean, he was just inaccurate. He took shots downfield. He didn't hit them. Found Johnson once. That was nice. It just, credit Cincinnati. They played well. They gave us, dime looks a lot, trying to take away those receivers. Worked. Hopefully that we can, figure that out this week. But we were on the wrong end of some calls. On the first down call with the Dalton run, the yellow line on TV was just placed so poorly. That was the problem there. He definitely had the first down, now that I look back at it. It was poor yellow line placement, which is unofficial. And they say that, so can't be too upset about that. Obviously, everyone's upset about the Steve Johnson call. I am too. I think it was a joke. I don't know how the guy 20 yards downfield comes in and overrules the guy in the middle and says it's incomplete. And then how they review it and say it's still incomplete. I guess because there's not enough evidence. So sick of that phrase. Irrefutable evidence. Inconclusive. The word they like to use. His hand was underneath the ball. It didn't hit the ground. If it did, that's the rule now because of Burt Emanuel. Look it up. The Burt Emanuel rule. In the 99 NFC Championship game, Burt Emanuel caught a pass. It hit the ground while he was catching it, and it was ruled incomplete. So they changed that rule the next year to where you can, if the ball hits the ground, as long as you're possessing it, it's fine. Looked fine to me. I still don't get it. And I still don't have a good explanation. CBS needs throw Mike Pereira, the guy who does the Fox thing. I want to know the legitimate explanation as to why that's an incomplete pass. That said, it didn't cost the Bills the game. It was only 8 minutes left. They get a first down. They're at midfield. They might kick a field goal and go up by 10, and then, hey, they're in a pretty good spot. I will admit that. But the bottom line, you punted the ball away. You got, first of all, let's go back to that. I mean, I know that plays their bread and butter, that little slant to Johnson. I love it. But 3rd and 1 should be a running play, especially when Jackson is running as good as he is. Mind you, he didn't have his best game. I think he was still averaging about 4 yards a carry, though. 3rd and 1, I don't like when we come out in 3rd and 1 with 5 wides or in the shotgun. Run the ball. Fullback dive, Corey McIntyre. Seriously. I just like to see it. 3rd and 1 should be a running down every time. Sneak it with Fitzpatrick. That said, the play worked. Anyway, the Bills punted away. Defense couldn't make a stop. Whatever. Then the Bills, well, they get the ball back. 4 minutes to go. They've been in this position the last 2 weeks. Go win the game. And they didn't do it. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. They had the chance to win it, and they didn't. Then they punted away, and they blew it again. They let Brian Leonard run train up the middle of the field. Guys, it happens. They weren't going to win them all. They shouldn't have lost that one, but they weren't going to win them all. A healthy loss if ever there was one, in my opinion. Because it knocks them off their pedestal. Brings them back to earth, brings them back to reality. They're still in first place. They're tied with New England. But they have the tiebreaker with the Patriots, so that's good. The Jets look brutal. Hopefully they continue that. So, big game. Eagles. Don't want to fall to 3-2 and have to go to New York. I know that's sort of looking ahead, but you got to win this game at home. In fact, I mean, you need to win like at least 7 out of 8 home games a year, in my opinion. At least 6, I guess. Because if you go 500 on the road, 6-2 at home, you're 10-6. So at least 6. I don't want to lose to the Eagles. I hate Michael Vick. I have bad memories of him running around. I think he's only been to Buffalo one time, but I just have bad memories of. I was at that game, and I just have memories of him just running all wild. But hopefully he won't be able to do that. Hopefully Barnett and Merriman are healthy. I think the Bills defensively are still pretty bad. And I know everyone wants to point the finger at Leotis McKelvin. And I think that's, you have to. I honestly don't think George Wilson's that good either. He's good. He's a solid starter, but he gets beat a lot too. He got beat on that touchdown to Gresham. Him and McKelvin got beat on that touchdown to Moore a couple of weeks ago. The reason that you don't think he's bad or anything is because he's in position sometimes to make plays on the ball and he gets those interceptions. I'm not saying he's bad either. I don't want to give that perception off either. He gets beat too. And I noticed him getting beat a little bit more towards the last couple weeks. McKelvin, here's the thing with McKelvin. I never noticed McKelvin getting fried. Okay, you think that because he allows so many pass receptions. He's wildly inconsistent. Some weeks he looks like Revis. Some weeks he looks like Chris Watson. Bills fans, if you remember who that is. He's number 21 too, so go figure. But McKelvin is never like that far behind his receiver. He seems like he's always sort of in position. He just can't make a play on the ball. And that was sort of his knock coming out of college, where his ball skills, he couldn't catch it, he couldn't really make a play on it. And that is really affecting him right now. Because I don't see him making any plays on the ball or just jumping and missing. You just feel like it's going to be caught on a deep ball by him. He got fooled. He did get fooled on the one where Green cut back last week. He thought Green was going deep, and Green cut back. He was out of position there. But on most of those deep balls, he just doesn't make a play on the ball. He tries, but he just doesn't. Anyway, hopefully McGee will be back. I know Aaron Williams will still be out. McGee would help, I think, with those receivers that Philly has. Jackson, Macklin. I think McKelvin's probably going to take Jackson because of the speed factor. I think that McGee or Florence could take Macklin. I hope. I know Macklin's got really good speed too, but I think that they're better corners than he is a receiver. Essentially, they just need to make sure Vic doesn't stay on his feet all the time. I mean, the Eagles are reeling. Let's face it, they're not a dream team. But when I watch some of their highlights, I think, wow, they could definitely do this to the Bills. Like that shovel pass they ran last week to McCoy, I think that'll work against the Bills. McCoy's a really good running back, and I think he has the potential to gash the Bills defense, but I hope not. Offensively, the Bills need... I mean, I don't know what it's going to be like against... I really haven't... I've thought about it, obviously, but I just can't imagine what it's like having to throw against Asamoah and Samuel and Rogers Cromartie when he's out there. So I don't know if the Bills are going to look into the slot more for David Nelson or Spiller maybe. Can we get this guy some touches? I'm not saying give Fred less touches. I'm saying give CJ more. They need to find ways to get this guy the ball because I want to know what we have. First of all, I mean, I know he's not an every down back. That's fine. I just want to know what we have. Fitz needs to be more consistent. Chris Hairston needs to step up at left tackle because Bell's out. I like Chris Hairston. I don't know about left tackle. I thought I liked him more at right, but we'll find out. Got good size. We'll see. Trent Cole's out. That helps. Eagles got injuries. Jason Peters might not play. Trent Cole's not going to play. Anthony Dixon's out for the season. And they're terrible against the run. That's why I'm saying we need to run the football. Forget this 5 wide receiver stuff for a week. Throw a different game plan. Throw something they haven't seen at them. They're going to look at the tape and they're going to say, okay, these guys like to spread people out because they know their line's not that good. Well, you know what? The Eagles' defensive line isn't really that good right now. And neither are their linebackers. So if you can get to that second level, let Jackson, let Spiller go nuts. They can do it. Frank Gore went nuts with a bum ankle or knee or whatever the hell he had. Eagles can't stop anybody on the run, and that's their weakness. Sure, you want to throw all these flashy prima donna Pro Bowl corners at me, fine. We'll just run the football. Because they don't want to tackle. Asamoah doesn't want to tackle. Samuel sure as hell doesn't want to tackle. So make it happen. Or do you attack their strengths? Say, okay, let's go right at them. I mean, it's up to Gailey. But I do want Fred to touch the ball quite a bit. I think he could go for 150 in this game. That said, do I see the Bills winning? Well, I've been sitting here most of the week thinking that the Bills would lose this game. But right now, I think I just talked myself into the Bills winning this game. Because they know they need to have it. I think the crowd will be wild. Even though some people are jumping off the bandwagon already. Listen, guys, a year ago, we were 0-4 right now. We're 3-1. We just lost to the Bengals. So what? We're still 3-1. Come on. That's why I appreciate you guys that come out and watch these videos. And, like, look at this. This is my longest one ever, I think. But if you're still watching right there, I appreciate it. I'm going to pick the Bills to win this game. I'm going to pick something really weird. I'm going to pick 33-27. Bills. There it is. Bills win 33-27, 4-1. Going to play the Giants. Let's do it. Alright guys, again, appreciate you coming this far. Leave a comment. Ask me questions. You know what? Ask me questions. I'll answer them in the videos. That's fine. Send me stuff. Twitter, whatever. Username. As always, right there. Facebook. My name's Greg. You know where to find me. Get a hold of me. I'll be in Usher, section 222. 221, 222. We'll see you on Sunday. Come by. Say hey. Talk a little bit about the Bills. Alright guys. See you on Sunday hopefully. Look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy your weekend. Go Bills.